for joining us for our session today, Introduction to Selling in the Amazon Store. My name is Corey, and I'm on the Seller University team. Considering our topic today, we'd love for you to walk away with an understanding of how to set up your account at just like a really basic level, best practices for adding products, what it means when products and categories are restricted, as well as an overview of what a product ID is and when you might request an exemption. We'll also touch on what the product detail page is, questions options for advertising to drive visibility to your products, and then shipping options and some metrics to keep your account in good standing. Our presenters today are Yaus, Chase, and Emily, who work directly with sellers like yourselves on a daily basis. So with that, Yaus, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you to get us started.
Okay, great. Thanks, Corey. So one of the first things you'll need to do when you first decide to start selling on Amazon is to see which selling plan makes most sense for you. So you can choose either the individual or the professional selling plan. The individual plan costs 99 cents per sale, while the professional plan costs $39.99 per month, regardless of how many items are sold. The individual selling plan makes sense if you and your business sell fewer than 40 items a month, and the individual plan can be a good fit for you if you're still deciding what you want to sell and you don't necessarily need access to advanced selling tools or programs yet. The professional selling plan is a better choice if you plan to sell more than 40 items a month, and the professional selling plan also has access to APIs, more selling reports, and advertising options. So we're often asked if there are costs for selling in the Amazon store. Selling fees are charged per item sold, and these fees include referral fees, which are a percentage of the selling price and vary by product category, as well as variable closing fees, which only apply to media categories. When you ship and fulfill orders yourself, Amazon shipping rates also apply. The shipping rates are based on product category and the shipping service selected by the buyer. You can learn more by searching Amazon fee schedule in the Seller Central search bar. Before we go too far, I think now's a great time to mention Amazon Brand Registry. If you own or manage your own brand, you'll probably want to enroll in Amazon Brand Registry. To be eligible, your brand must have either an active, registered, or pending trademark for each country in which you'd like to enroll. If you're eligible and wish to participate, we recommend completing your Amazon Brand Registry enrollment before you list your products. This will save you time in the future as your Amazon business gets up and running. If you don't have a registered trademark yet, Amazon IP Accelerator could help you. The IP Accelerator program helps businesses obtain intellectual property, or IP, rights, and brand protection more quickly. You can use the IP Accelerator to get connected with a curated network of trusted IP law firms who provide high-quality trademark registration services at a competitive rate. So now let's take a deeper look into some of the specific areas in Seller Central. The very first thing that I advise my sellers to do when beginning their selling journey is to review and customize your notification settings. So here we'll see where you can get them, but basically you go to your notification settings by selecting Notification Preferences under the Settings menu in the top right of Seller Central. It's the icon shaped like a gear. On the page you'll arrive at, you can update and customize the email addresses and phone numbers that will be used to notify you of orders, buyer messages, returns, and emergency contacts. You can also edit your preferences for the types of notifications you'd like to receive. We usually recommend adding an email address and phone number to each of these critical fields to ensure you receive important account information and updates in a timely manner. So you'll probably be spending some time with Seller Central's Add a Product tool as well. Let's talk a little bit more about that process. You can find the Add a Product tool by selecting Add a Product within the Inventory section of the Seller Central main menu. Once on the page for the Add a Product tool, you'll have two main considerations. First, are you adding a product one by one or uploading your products in bulk using an inventory file? And second, are you adding a product already sold in the Amazon store or a product that's not currently listed? When you add a product that's not already sold in the Amazon store, you'll be creating a new listing for that product. If a listing already exists for the product you wish to sell, you'll match your offer to the existing listing when you add that product to your inventory. Keep in mind that to match to an existing listing, your product must be an exact match, including brand name, color, size, quantity. As a best practice, aim to create the most comprehensive product listing possible. This ensures that customers are able to make informed purchases and have all the necessary information to feel confident about purchasing your product. This means filling out as many of the product detail information fields as possible, and we'll go into that more in a second. When adding certain products, you may see a request approval button. In these cases, you'll need to receive Amazon approval before listing that particular product. We'll talk more about products requiring approvals in a little bit. So let's start with adding a single product that isn't already sold in the Amazon store. We should note here that to add a single product not currently listed in the Amazon store, you'll probably need a product ID. A product ID is a series of alphanumeric characters used to identify specific products and commonly come in the form of a GTIN, ISBN, and EAN. If you don't have a product ID, you'll likely need to apply for a product ID exemption, and we'll talk more about this later. To add a single product not already sold in the Amazon store, you're going to click I'm adding a product not sold on Amazon. Next, you'll choose your product category, and you can search these categories using the search bar up top or browse a list of categories below. After selecting your relevant category, and in some cases subcategory, you'll be asked to provide product details and information. So first, you'll find the Vital Info tab. Be sure to activate the More Attributes toggle in the top right to see all available fields. Under this tab, you'll include the product's name, a product ID, and other important information. The product name field will display as a title within a product detail page. The brand name, manufacturer, and all other details will appear below any variations as the key info section of a product detail page. You should provide product photos underneath the Images tab. These will display on the left-hand side of the product detail page, and always remember that your first image must be on a white background, and it should be a high-quality picture that shows your product in full. This is going to be the first image shoppers will see when they're searching and when they're browsing. Under the description, you'll want to provide a summary of your product in the field labeled Product Description. This product description displays midway down a product detail page underneath the offer details and above the customer reviews. In the next field, Key Product Features, you're allowed to put in bullet points to your product detail page. Click Add More to add more bullet points to your description. These bullet points display underneath the product's key information and above a product's full description on the product detail page. As a best practice, we usually recommend including 3 to 6 concise bullet points for each listing. And because the shoppers will see your bullet points before they find the product description, it's important to make sure that your bullet points are as descriptive and comprehensive as possible. Next, in the keyword section, you can add identifying information to help show your product to the most relevant audience. And finally, remember that different categories and subcategories can have different fields when adding new products. Check each section to ensure you've added as much detail as possible. Finally, be sure you've matched your product to the most relevant product category or subcategory. This will help your product display within relevant Amazon search results. Now I'm going to pass it over to Chase, who's going to go over some products that require approval.
Yes. When adding your products, you may notice a lock-shaped icon noting that a certain product or category requires approval. To uphold Amazon standards for only providing high-quality products to customers, some products require approval before they can be sold by an Amazon seller. Approval can be required on the category, subcategory, and ASIN levels. If attempting to list a product or to list in a category or subcategory that requires approval, you'll click the Request Approval button that appears during the listing process. When you apply, you may be required to provide receipts or invoices for the product, images of the product ensuring packaging standards are met, and any certifications or testing documents showing that the product or products meet safety guidelines. Keep in mind that images will likely be rejected if they've been digitally altered or generated. When submitting, be sure to include every page of each relevant document. Providing only the first page or subsection could result in a denied application. Certain brands also require approval before a seller may list their products. To be approved to sell these products, you'll likely be asked to provide invoices from a valid source of supply, an authorization letter from the brand, and images of the branded product you intend to sell. Be sure to have these details handy before requesting approval to list products. We also mentioned including a product ID when adding our products. Some of the products you want to sell may not have an ID, so let's cover what to do in these situations. As a reminder, product IDs are part of a system of unique identifiers called G10s, or Global Trade Item Numbers. The most common G10s include UPCs, ISBNs, EANs, and JANs. In some cases, the products you want to sell won't have an available product ID. Private label or handmade products may not include IDs. If you make products yourself or buy them from a brand or manufacturer that doesn't provide a product ID, you may need to apply for an exemption. You may also need to apply if you sell parts that don't have an ID. The same can be true for bundled packs of more than one product. Each size, color, or quantity variation of a product requires a unique UPC. However, if you receive a UPC exemption, it will apply to any and all products under the exempted brand. Certain brands are required to have product IDs listed in the Amazon store. Additionally, some brands aren't eligible for product ID exemptions. In other cases, you'll want to purchase a product ID from GS1. GS1 is a global organization that provides industry standard UPC barcodes, so visit gs1.org to learn more. To apply for a G10 exemption, you'll first select Add a Product from the Inventory section of the Seller Central main menu. On this page, find the section labeled What's a G10 and click the Learn More link. Next, scroll down to the section titled How to Request a G10 Exemption. In the sentence that says you can apply for a G10 exemption here, click the Here link. You'll then be brought to the G10 exemption request page. Once we're here, we can actually apply for the exemption. You'll first check if the product is eligible for a G10 exemption. Check eligibility by selecting the proper category for your product. Next, enter the product's brand, if applicable. After entering this info, click Check for Eligibility. After you've confirmed that your product is eligible for an exemption, click Continue to Submit Proof. The proof you submit will be photos of your product showing that the brand name on the product is an exact match to the name entered during the listing process. These photos should also show that branding is permanently attached either on the packaging, product, or both. Finally, proof images should also show that the product does not have a GS1 approved barcode available. Now that we have our products added, let's talk about our listings from the customer perspective. There are two important aspects of every Amazon listing: the product detail page and the offer. A product detail page is the page shoppers see when they click on a product and where they can add it to their cart. Each product sold in the Amazon store has its own product detail page, even if sold by multiple sellers. Your offer is the product you're offering with the price and shipping options you've set. Each product detail page can contain multiple offers, each from a different seller. Let's now break down the anatomy of a product detail page. First, you have the product title. Next, you can see the listed price, and below we can see variations of the product. On the left-hand side of the page, we can find images such as product photos and videos. There's also the key product features section, which includes the brand, dimensions, and recommended age range for use. This section's attributes can vary by product and category. Beneath this, we can find the product description listed in bullet points. On the right-hand side of the page, we'll find the featured offer. This is a single offer from one seller given prominent placement with Add to Cart and Buy Now buttons. Below this, we can see offers from other Amazon sellers in both the New and Used section and the Other Sellers on Amazon section. Let's talk a bit more about the featured offer and how sellers can receive this placement. Only items in new condition offered by sellers with professional selling plans are eligible for featured offer placement. Once eligible, featured offer placement is earned based on a variety of factors that influence a positive buyer experience. To increase your chances of becoming the featured offer, price your products competitively, offer fast and free shipping, provide great customer service, and make sure to keep stock available. We sometimes receive questions about how sellers can expect to be paid, so let's talk about that process. Payment transfers to sellers in the Amazon store typically happen every 2 weeks. Payments are deposited directly into the bank account listed in your account's account info section. Once initiated, payments go through an automated clearinghouse and can take up to 5 days for processing before appearing in your account. You can find the amount you'll receive and the date you'll be paid by selecting Payments in the Report section of the Seller Central main menu. Once you have your listing set up, you may want to start thinking about how you can boost sales and grow your business. Let's talk through some tools that can help. As an Amazon seller, you have several options for advertising and marketing your offers. Sponsored product campaigns allow you to promote your products in search results and product detail pages. After selecting the products you'd like to promote, you set your budget and choose the audience matching strategy that best fits your situation. Audience matching can be set to automatic, where Amazon selects keywords that match relevant shoppers to your products. You can also use manual audience matching to select the keywords and products you'd like to target. Sponsored products are PPC, or pay-per-click, meaning your budget is only charged when an Amazon shopper clicks on your advertisement. Eligible new sellers can receive $50 in free clicks for their sponsored products campaign ads when getting started. Coupons and promotions are great tools for helping increase visibility for your products. You can apply coupons to your products to give your customers a discount either by dollar amount or percentage. The associated coupon badge can grab shopper attention and let customers know you're offering a discount. With promotions, you can apply a percentage off or buy one get one promotion for your products. The limited time offer provided by buy one get one promotions is a great way to increase purchase consideration. Deals allow you to feature your products on one of the most visited pages on Amazon, the Amazon Deals page. Deals can be run on eligible products. Check the Deals page in Seller Central located in the advertising section of the Seller Central main menu to see if your products are eligible. Sellers who've enrolled in Amazon Brand Registry also have access to additional marketing tools like sponsored display and sponsored brands. With that being said, I'm now going to hand over the mic to Emily, who will be starting us off with a deep dive into shipping options.
Thanks, Chase. Now that we have our products listed and some tools for getting them in front of customers, let's talk about fulfilling orders when you receive a purchase. Amazon sellers have two main options for fulfilling their orders: Fulfillment by Amazon, known as FBA, or Merchant Fulfilled Shipping, also known as Self-Shipping, FBM, or MFN. With FBA, sellers send their inventory to Amazon fulfillment centers to be stored. When you receive a purchase, Amazon will pack, ship, and deliver the order, while also handling any customer service and returns. Enrolling in FBA can also make your products eligible for free 2-day shipping. With Merchant Fulfilled Shipping, you will coordinate and handle fulfillment orders for yourself. Sellers using Merchant Fulfilled Shipping can manage their shipping settings using shipping templates. Shipping templates can be set to include or exclude shipping options, regions, and address types you'd like to provide service to. When you receive an order, you'll coordinate delivery with the carrier of your choosing, ensuring that you choose options that will meet the delivery promised to your customer. After confirming shipment with your carrier, you'll then provide shipping confirmation information to your buyer. Sellers handling their own fulfillment can also make use of Amazon's Buy Shipping services. With Buy Shipping, sellers can purchase and print shipping labels, ship and confirm orders, and track shipments within Seller Central. Amazon then handles the shipping details with a network of trusted carriers. Choose the shipping option or options that make the most sense for you and your business. Some sellers have found success using a combination of both FBA and merchant fulfilled shipping. If you plan to handle shipping yourself, be sure your shipping settings are customized to your preferences and business needs. Shipping settings are located under the settings icon in the top right corner of Seller Central. On the shipping settings page, you can edit existing shipping templates and create new templates. When first getting started as an Amazon seller, you'll want to take some time to configure your shipping settings to your business needs and preferences. While we're monitoring our inventory and sales, there are some other metrics that we're going to want to pay attention to. You'll want to monitor your account health metrics to best understand your performance in the Amazon store. You can find the account health page in the performance section of the Seller Central main menu. On this page, you'll find metrics measuring your customer service performance, policy compliance, and shipping performance. The customer service performance section shows your order defect rate, or ODR, which consists of negative feedback, A to Z guarantee claims, and chargeback claims. Using these factors, ODR measures your ability to provide a good customer experience. When handling fulfillment yourself, you'll want to pay attention to your shipping performance metrics. Shipping performance metrics include late shipment rate, or LSR, pre-fulfillment cancellation rate, or CR, valid tracking rate, or VTR, and on-time delivery rate, known as OTDR. LSR measures the percentage of orders that confirm shipping after the expected ship date over both 10 and 30-day periods. You'll want to aim for under 4%, as an LSR over 4% can put your account at risk for suspension. Your CR measures seller canceled orders as a percentage of total orders over a 7-day period. This means that orders canceled by the buyer will not be counted. Sellers should aim for a CR under 2.5% to avoid performance issues. VTR measures the percentage of orders shipped with valid tracking numbers as a percentage of total orders in a 30-day period. Aim for a VTR of at least 95% to avoid performance issues. You can also use this page to monitor your policy compliance. You can find violations, complaints, and warnings in this section. You can also check this section to learn if your account is at risk for deactivation. Remember, if your account is at risk for deactivation, it's still active, meaning you can improve your performance to continue selling in the Amazon store. If your account is at risk for deactivation, an account health specialist can contact you via your emergency contact number. Because of this, we always recommend including emergency contact information within your notification settings. Check your account health metrics regularly to stay up to date on your performance.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close this down. Lots of thank yous in the chat, and really just wanted to reiterate that to our presenters, Yaus, Emily, and Chase. Thank you so much for presenting and facilitating, and thank you to all of you for joining us and spending your afternoon with us. That being said, thank you so much. Have a great afternoon, and we hope to see you next week.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.